This is a tough one. Why are we going down, guys?
Why are we going down?
Why do we have a pigeon?
Hey everyone, it's Dylan from the Black Forest Wood Company, and this week we're going to show you our process of creating this dining table with Bastogne walnut burl.
This client selected some pretty incredible pieces of wood for their table. Not only are they Bastogne walnut, which in my opinion is one of the nicest types of walnut that's available, but they're also burl. These particular pieces came from GL Veneer, and they're from a root section of a really large Bastogne walnut tree, which gives them this really irregular shape all the way around the outside edges of the pieces. This did result in a lot more cleaning than usual, so it took a lot of extra time just with chisels and wire wheels to make sure we're getting all of that bark off. And I know this is something I've mentioned a lot before, but this is an extremely important part of the process, is to clean all of your live edges, because if you leave the bark on, essentially what's going to happen is the resin will bond to the bark, and then the only thing holding the entire table together is the bond between the bark and the wood. And then even beneath that bark is the cambium layer, which is why we use a wire wheel. It's just this thin kind of papery skin that also kind of prevents the resin from going into the pores of the wood. So that's what you're seeing us do here, is just removing all of that skin. And then once our cleaning process is done, we can get these slabs lifted into the mold. So something we get asked a lot too is if we seal the edges of our pieces of wood before doing our pours, and the answer is no, because we're using a resin that has a slow cure and we're keeping the resin cool during the curing process. The only reason you'd need to seal the edge is if your resin is curing quickly or it's not really meant for the depth that you're pouring and it's going to create excessive bubbles. In that case, sealing your edge will help to eliminate the bubbles produced from the edge of the wood, but in our experience it is going to compromise the strength of the bond. We've done many tests before where we've tested this to see if a sealed edge is going to hold up, and we've only ever had one table separate, and it is a table with sealed edges. Back to the pour that we're doing, we've mixed up a midnight blue base layer, and this color happens to be inspired by the Joe Manganiello blue base layer that we did earlier at the beginning of the year. It's actually become quite a popular color that you'll see us do for a lot of tables coming up. And then once that base layer is cured, we come along again with our Black Forest deep resin to pour the remaining 2.5 inches for the top layer. So then after curing for 1 week, we can get this piece popped out and onto our CNC machine for flattening. And just our luck with the Christmas rush, our Avid CNC unfortunately had something break down on it, and we had to kind of repurpose our BSE CNC machine for flattening, which we don't like to do because it's not really meant for it, but we were in a pinch and we had to do it anyway. From there, we're using our Black Forest Quick Fix epoxy to fill in all the small voids and imperfections on this piece, and then we can get it sanded up to 320 grit to prepare for the spray finish that's going to go on this table. This client did opt for something that was low maintenance and wasn't going to take some care to keep looking good, so that's why they went for the sprayed urethane finish. The only perceived downside, I guess, to a urethane finish is it is going to cover up the grain a little bit more, but you are going to get that improved durability compared to an oil finish. Another final touch before taking this over to the finisher is a 6mm recess on the underside of our table, and this is just for the steel mounting plate that's going to get mounted into the top side of the X base. Then we're applying a 2mm 45-degree bevel to all the outside edges just to soften up that feel of the table, because we don't want any sharp sections. And here we are off at our spray finishers. So what you're seeing here is the final acrylic urethane coat, which is the protective coat that goes on here. But prior to this, he has sprayed, I believe, 3 or 4 coats of a polyester resin, because it's used to penetrate the grain and really give that smooth, even surface. It's something that's hard to show on camera, but with a typical sprayed urethane finish, if you don't do that polyester sealer coat step, you can really see all the little grain fills, imperfections, knots. Like, they are natural features, but it almost looks like there's like been shotgun pellets all over the surface. So that sealer step really helps to even everything out when it's done. So this is what we typically like to use the BSE for. It's meant for precision joinery, like our table legs and our door parts. It's not really meant for 600-pound tabletops and flattening bits. And this is one of our signature X bases. So it's something that we came up with about 4 years ago, and it was a request from a client. You know, they had this vision for a base, and it's quickly become our most popular base option that we offer. It's essentially 2 half-lap X's that are joined together perpendicular to each other. And the reason that clients like it is because you get a lot of leg clearance all the way around the table. Compared to those square steel frames that you've seen us use in the past, those you have to be strategic with where you place the chairs to make sure that someone's not going to be straddling one of those legs. Whereas this, you can put chairs just about anywhere you want. And for assembly of the joinery on this space, we're using Titebond 3 as an adhesive. It's probably the best glue that you could use for this. It is a little overkill. You could probably get away with using Titebond 2 because it's not waterproof and this isn't going outside, but we usually like to go overkill. And then we're also using solid maple hardwood dowels just to help align all of the joinery and give some extra strength to everything.
Beautiful.
Can stand it?
Let's go now.
Good. You have to always. Yes.
And then once the piece is glued and sanded up, we're applying the blackened finish to this. The nice thing about this stain is it just leaves all the natural grain characteristic.
It's over there. Yeah, Curtis lives a sad life.
Curtis is.
We're going all the pinches. No. Oh, hands. No. Okay. Holding. Put those two fingers like that. Put your body like
There
this.
you go. Hi there, pigeon. Is this the baby pigeon? No.
It's from this.
It's just in Lewis's shop. Yes. People were like, Leshik, can you help us?
And now just been handed a pigeon. Okay. They have very orange eyes. Where's John? We gotta hand John the pigeon. I just walked in. It's like, here's a pigeon.
Yeah. Okay. Put him in a box.
But why don't we put him outside?
We're going to. Eventually. Once everybody has gotten to experience the pigeon.
But what I really want to watch this one. So you gotta put your two fingers like this, the way I'm holding it, and then support the body, support the body, support the body, support the body.
Why are we?
You gotta hold his leg.
There you go. It's your pigeon now. I'm done.
Why do we have a pigeon?
You want to get your index and middle finger around the sides of his legs.
Shout. I was handed a pigeon, so you're handed a pigeon.
I don't even know if I have his legs.
You
but
have like a bunch
I
of
don't know.
feathers.
I walked in. I was told to come
I have
here
one
unless you
leg.
just put him in my hand.
He
So
flew into Lewis's babe. Lewis walked in. Leshik came over.
He looks
and
far
literally
less
like 15 seconds later, Leshik just comes walking in.
let's put
Like
him
a pigeon.
Okay, he's not going to make it easy. Or you can use your thumb, I guess.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yes.
Take a photo. I'll send it to Lord.
I'm not joking. There he goes. Back to his container. That's where.
So don't worry everyone, that part was filmed with a trained professional. Leshik actually raises pigeons as a side hobby. I think he has like 250 birds that he has at his house. So when that pigeon got at the shop, there was no better person to come to the rescue than Leshik. And he likes showing off pigeons to everyone whenever he gets a chance to get one, because they're actually quite friendly birds if you know how to handle them properly, and Leshik is just very passionate about pigeons. So if that's something you want to see more of, sometimes in the warmer months he brings in a whole crate of them and he releases them from work and they fly back to his house. Okay, well, after all of this rushing and panicking and having to actually have the table refinished the day before we were going to pick it up, we're finally here on site and we can get this table delivered into our client's home. We never like to see stairs like this. That's never fun. So this probably isn't going to be that fun lifting it in, but that's what we do. Anyone's here.
Did you text her?
Well, I just called her. I'll text her now.
Yeah. Say more tea, we're here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're here to deliver a beautiful table today, and there's nobody home.
everything works better when you repeat what Randy said. Go louder.
That's where Garrett gets all his best ideas. Garrett just good one, Randy.
So it's not like horrible.
It's not bad.
Up and to the right, out of the way. Look at the twigs and berries.
Turn it over onto this little sidewalk.
We gotta make up for some lifting, so. Squat your elbow on the wall, David. Squat your elbow.
You're out of the way.
Jack, you're gonna come over like an inch that way.
All right, batter's up. Hang on, wait till everybody's up. We've got a handle.
Are we going straight out? Like,
We're gonna come off this end here, I think, because we've got to go up like this. 1, 2, 3. So then, how do we get it?
Try that too. Going like that.
Got it over here, guys.
All right, let's pivot this edge out so it's overhanging here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This edge?
Yeah. Hey, now we should be lifting. We'll take it.
All right. Upstairs.
I think we're gonna want to set them down.
Okay, keep it up. Higher. Keep that one. Okay.
This is a tough one.
Watch your back there. Watch the village. Watch the village. Lift up. Hey. Down towards Dylan and Molly's side.
Gotta go down.
Watch the light. We're going down.
The chair. Run straight.
How? Why are we going down, guys? Why are we going down?
Because we can't hold it.
Okay.
Okay, flip her over.
What?
You can hold it. Oh, easy, easy.
Oh man.
It's just like, you can't let go no matter what. Doesn't matter how much they hurt.
Okay, we need people here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I guess you're gonna align, Randy. Okay, so lift. I'll take the foam.
I'm just saying.
Okay, go down slowly.
Too far. No, down, no. Okay. Sweat, Randy, down.
Yeah, straight down now. I'm looking good here. You good? Yeah. We're in. We're in.
We're in. Are we lined up with the bolts?
You darn right we are.
Darn right. Good.
Okay, thanks for not swearing, Randy.
Not around Christmas. Not this season.
The village people can hear us.
There's other words.
It's so cool. That's super cool. Like just the depth of color, right?
yeah. Because there's already felt in there, right?
Yeah, we're doubling up right on top of that though.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's do the one first and then we'll see how that sits.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah? Hold on, let me feel this up. Jack's lifting more.
Yeah, good. Even out.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Alright, let's try that.
Well, here we are. We barely made it. We're just over a week before Christmas, which is really good. This job got started a little late. It was a bit of a rush for us to try and get this done, but we're here now. It's in our client's home. And I want to give a big shout out to Martine Ast, who is the interior designer who selected us for this project. It's a pleasure to work with her. As you can tell, she's designed an absolutely incredible space. And for her to trust us with putting one of our pieces of furniture in her projects is a huge compliment. So thank you to Martine. And then as a recap on what we've done for the construction of this table, beneath it, we've got a blackened ash X base just to support everything. It's Bastogne walnut burl for the wood species, which is incredibly rare. Like, we've done Clara walnut burl, but I don't think we've ever had Bastogne walnut burl. And of course, we've got a Midnight Joe Manganiello blue base layer on this table with a clear top layer. But I am very, very pleased with the way this table came out, and I'm so happy that our clients are going to get to enjoy it for the holidays. And it would mean a lot if you guys could tell us what you think about this table. Even if it's negative, bring it on. We want to hear all the comments, leave them below, and we just really appreciate you guys watching. And since this is going to be our last video of the year, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of our followers, and we'll see you in 2024. No one's going to be hitting their knees.
Yeah.
Perfect. These chairs are awesome.
Yeah.
I really like the backs, yeah.
Yeah, they're just
too.
fun.
Yeah. Like colored.
Yeah, I think he has so much fun colors in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these mirrors are beautiful.